க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டு திரும்ப ஓபன் பண்ணலாம்.
இது ஓபன் பண்ணி பார்த்தா அப்பயும் அதே மாதிரி
இல்ல வந்து இங்க வா என்ட்ரன்ஸ் இல்ல வந்து எப்படி சொல்றது பார்த்து கிளாஸ் போயிட்டு இருந்தா கரெக்டா கண்டினியூஸா இருக்கும் போது டைமிங் ஸ்டார்ட்.
ஜி ஹலோ ஜி லாகின் பண்ணுங்க. இந்த வியூ ஆகுது 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 சார் ஆகவில்லை தெரியவில்லை.
ஸ்டுடியோ 4ல எல்டி யூசர்ல 4ல லாகின் பண்ணாங்க.
எல்டி யூசர் 4ல தான் லாகின் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க.
வந்துச்சு.
சரி எங்க வியூ வருது. சரி அப்படியே கிளாஸ் வச்சுக்கோமா நம்ம ஓகே ஓகே
Okay, generalized hypopigmentation. That means generalized hypopigmentation is albinism. Albinism is extreme degree of generalized hypopigmentation. There is no segregation of the melanin pigment. So the body is loss of melanin pigments, and so the body will become milky white. The skin color full line milky white. Hair will be bleach blonde hair. Then the eye become when the white and pink because there is no melanin pigment in the choroid, and then it is highly sensitive to light. That is a photophobia. This is one 3-mark question. Maybe what is melanin? What is albinism? What is albinism? 3-mark question. So albinism is an extreme degree upon generalized hypopigmentation. Here is no synthesis of tyrosinase enzyme used to convert the tyrosine amino acid into melanin pigment. அதாவது இந்த இடத்துல என்ன இருக்கும் நம்ம அடுத்த மாடர்ன் ஜெனடிக்ஸ்ல படிக்கலாம். இந்த dominant gene capital A and capital A is responsible for the formation of the tyrosinase enzyme to convert the tyrosine amino acid into melanin pigment. But it gets mutated to become the recessive. The recessive gene cannot produce the tyrosinase enzyme for the synthesized melanin pigment. So it's one of the genetic disease, genetic defect. And then what are the characteristics? The blonde hair, the poor vision, then the milky white skin, and photophobia. Photophobia means they dislike to see the light. அதாவது black color நம்ம அந்த choroid வந்து black color. The melanin pigment is black color. இல்ல? What is black? Black means nothing but the pigment which absorb all the light, all the visible light. அப்ப இதுல ஐல போற நேரத்துல இந்த லைட் energy light from the object enter inside the eye, no? There may be scattered of eye in the vitreous humor and etc. அப்ப அதுல ஏதாவது scattered ஆச்சுன்னா melanin pigment வந்து அதை absorb பண்ணும். So only the straight light is allowed to fall on the fovea. இப்ப இந்த melanin pigment இல்லன்னா the scattered light in all the side, then the person cannot see. That is a poor vision, and it's called that when the person dislike to see the light. That is a photophobia. Then you can say localized hypopigmentation. Localized hypopigmentation, one 3-mark question, leukoderma with leuko and acquired hypopigmentation. Leukoderma means partial albinism. இப்ப நம்ம ஒரு சில உங்க பார்க்கலாம் ஃபேஸ்ல ஸ்கின்ல அங்கங்க ஒரு சில இடத்துல என்ன இருக்கும் the patches of white color, you know, the partial albinism, and it is one of the hereditary disorder. And then vitiligo, hypopigmentation in the neck region and especially in the அதாவது தேமல் ஒரு நோய்னு சொல்லுவாங்க அங்கங்க என்ன இருக்கும் white pigmentation, the hypopigmentation இருக்கும். That is vitiligo. And acquired hypopigmentation means especially after the healing of the fire wound. ஒரு தீப்பொட்ட காயம் அந்த கீழானா அந்த இடம் என்ன செய்யாது white black color மாறாது, white colorல இருக்கும். That is another the healing in the wound, in the healing of wound for the leprosy patient அவங்களுக்கு என்ன இருக்கும் white color patches இருக்கும். இதுதான் அது local acquired hypopigmentation. This may be 3 mark question. Then effect of solar radiation. So one of the electromagnetic radiation in the sunlight is UV radiation. UV radiation is a harmful radiation. We know we will study other details in the next in environmental science. Is the electromagnetic radiation in the sunlight is UV radiation. The UV radiation, UV means the ultraviolet radiation. Ultraviolet radiation, it is penetrate through the skin and enter in the deepest part and it damage the tissue. Especially it damage the DNA. Damage the DNA. We will study in the environmental science. So the ultraviolet radiation near to the violet is a visible radiation is a violet. Then this is ultraviolet. Ultraviolet. The ultraviolet radiation is a high wavelength. Near to the violet is ultraviolet A. The intermediate wavelength is ultraviolet B. And the low wavelength of light, that is near to the X-ray, is ultraviolet C. These are the 3 spectrum in the ultraviolet. That means it is from X-rays to violet. Then the sources of ultraviolet radiation. What are the major sources of or main sources of ultraviolet radiation is the sunlight. And it is UV lamp. Then welder spark. அப்ப வெல்டிங் பண்ணும்போ என்ன ஆகும், அதில் ஒரு ஸ்பார்க் வருதுல்ல, அந்த வெல்டர்ஸ் ஆர்க் which consists of more amount of UV rays. The UV rays penetrate to the skin. அதாவது the melanin pigment used to protect the skin from the penetration of the light radiation because it's a black color. Black color means it can absorb the light, which not allow the passage of light. அப்ப இதனச்சியும் இங்கே absorb பண்ணும். But the fair skin means the absence of melanin pigment means the light rays can penetrate few centimeter deep into the skin, and then it damages the DNA of the cell and cause the mutation. The mutation which lead to the cancer. What are the skin cancer? You know this squamous cell carcinoma, basal cell carcinoma, and malignant melanoma. What are the skin cancer? Squamous cell carcinoma, basal cell carcinoma, and malignant melanoma. So squamous cell means the squamous epithelial cells in the lowermost layer of the skin, and the basal cell carcinoma means that is in the basement layer. Basement, there is a basal layer where the cell area. And malignant melanoma means melanocyte will become the cancer. Melanocyte cell which is secrete the melanin pigment will become cancer. These are the cancer. And then the fair skinned people are more prone for the effect of the ultraviolet radiation than the black skinned people. And the people who are working in the sunlight for a long time and the tropical region, it will get affected by the the UV rays. Then skin grafting. Skin grafting means is nothing but plastic surgery. Taking the part of the skin from one part of the body and then attach into the another part. The part which is severely damaged and it cannot be cured by the ordinary stitching and other treatment. So in the skin grafting, when the skin is taken from one part of the body, especially thigh or the back side, and the face, attach on the surface of the face, face. Then the grafted skin which stimulate the formation of the new skin cell and form the new normal skin face. That is the plastic surgery. Okay. Next, dermatics. Dermatics mean inflammation on the skin. அப்ப ஸ்கின்ல சின்ன சின்ன குப்பளங்கள் inflammation வரதா dermatics. Is mainly by the allergy, and sometimes it's when some unknown reason there is a information of inflammation, that is eczema. Then allergy dermatitis is separated into 2 types based on your textbook: contact dermatitis and photodermatitis. Contact dermatitis means some allergens which contact with the skin surface and cause the dermatitis, small rashes and inflammation. Contact dermatitis may be due to some allergens, or toxic substance. That is that's detergents and nickels. Nickels mean the necklace, watch strap, underwear, and etc. which become the allergen. And then usage of some cosmetics may be cause the allergy, and some medicine it's ointment, lotion, etc. may cause the allergen. Underline one of the point, that is one plant, ragweed, which has the allergens. The effect of allergy depends upon the area of contact with the allergens. Area of contact with the allergens. And the ragweed underline panikam. Then you can say the photodermatics. Photodermatics in the summer season la நம்ம பார்க்கலாம்ல, இந்த சின்ன பிள்ளைங்களுக்கு எல்லாம் நிச்சயம் வேர்க்குருன்னு ஒன்னு வரும். அங்கங்க என்னது இந்த ரெட் கலர்ல அந்த blisters ஃபார்ம், அதாவது rashes ஃபார்ம் ஆகும், அந்த இடம் ரெட் கலரா மாறும். இது வந்து வேர்க்குருன்னு சொல்லுவோம். That is a photodermatic. Photo mean light. So the dermatics or the inflammation on the skin due to the light radiation. It's a photodermatics. Then you can see the tongue. Tongue is the gustatory organ, Gustatory mean, when you can say that the taste organ. Which is the taste organ? The tongue. So here, the tongue is one of the taste organ which can receive the taste. Now we can see the slide for some point. So here, melanin function. Melanin is a brown, black, non-hemoglobin derived pigment present in the hair, skin, and choroid of eye and meninges. Meninges means 3 membrane cover over the brain and adrenal medulla. This is synthesized the melanocyte cell is a one more question, and also in the detergents. Then it is present both in the basal cells. Both the cells are present in the basement layer, basal cell. Melanin is stored in the cytoplasmic granules in which cell? Phagocytic cell. The phagocytic cell is called melanophore. Okay? And then it is present in the melanocyte. Melanocyte possesses one enzyme. What is the enzyme used to convert for the production of the melanin? That is tyrosinase enzyme, which is used to convert the tyrosine amino acid into melanin pigments. Here, tyrosinase enzyme, it is used to convert the tyrosine amino acid into melanin pigment in the melanocyte cell. The point. Okay. So various disorder, we know the generalized hyperpigmentation, one is Addison disease. Addison disease, generalized hyperpigmentation, especially in the skin, exposed area to the light, remember. Then the hyperpigmentation on the skin of face, nipples and genitalia in the pregnant women, remember, during pregnancy, due to the influence of estrogen hormone. One more question. Estrogen hormone. Then the chronic arsenic poisoning. It is correct by what? Drain drop. Remember, drain drop like hyperpigmentation in the skin. Then generalized hypopigmentation, remember, albinism. Albinism is an extreme degree of generalized hypopigmentation. Remember, is here in which the tyrosinase activity of melanocyte is generally defective. Remember, there is no synthesis of tyrosinase enzyme to convert the tyrosine amino acid into melanin pigment. And albinism people have the milky white skin. Adu innu oru edathula nama padipom. Milky white skin, blonde hair, poor vision and severe photophobia. That means they dislike to see the light. That is sensitive to light. And the chronic, the sun is supposed to lead the precancerous lesion and squamous, then basal cell, etc. The cancer in the skin. These are the effect of albinism. Remember. Now you know the 3-mark question, what is albinism? Let's go to the localized hypopigmentation. See here, leukoderma is a 1-mark question. It's a partial albinism. Remember, partial albinism and inherited disorder. Vitiligo, that is local hypopigmentation in the skin. நம்ம என்ன தேமல்னு சொல்றோம், அங்கங்க white color patches இருக்கும். Then acquired local hyperpigmentation can result from what? Various causes such as leprosy. For leprosy wound வந்து கீழான பிறகு அந்த இடம் pink colorல இருக்கும். Healing of wound. Which one? That means especially the fire wound. தீப்பட்ட காயம் வந்து இதாகும். Then radiation dermatitis. Due to the sun radiation dermatitis, there may be the patches here and there. These are the localized, what is the hypopigmentation. Next we can see the tongue. Tongue is the gustatory organ. What are the, which is the gustatory organ? Gustatory means taste organ. Then the taste is received by the taste bud. The taste bud, the distribution of taste bud in various places is basically, what are the four principal tastes? That sweet, salt, bitter and sour. So first we can see the sweet. So sweet taste extremely at the tip and the salt. So where is the sweet taste? Extremely at the tip. Then where is the salt? That is in the tip at the dorsum. What is salt? Then where is the sour taste? That is in the lateral side. Then where is the bitter? Is at the base of the basal or posterior part of the tongue. So you know, sweet taste extremely at the tip of the tongue. Salt, tip of the tongue, but in the dorsal side, dorsum of the tongue. Sour taste, caramel in the lateral side of the tongue, and the bitter taste only in the posterior part of the tongue. Then we can say the other region where the taste bud located in the mouth, especially the soft palate. Palate means உண்ணாக்கு இல்ல மேல இருக்கும் soft palate. The soft palate is sensitive for the salt and what is a sour. Then epiglottics. Epiglottic, especially in the larynx surface of the epiglottis. What is epiglottics? Here you can see the larynx. This is a trachea. This is a larynx. Larynx means voice box. This pharynx open in the larynx through one small opening is called, what is the epiglottics. This is the glottics. The glottis is guarded by one valve is called the epiglottics. So glottis is guarded by a valve is called epiglottics. Epiglottis used to close the glottis while we swallowing the food. The larynx surface of the epiglottis can stop taste bud. Soft palate, larynx surface of the epiglottis, and pharynx can stop taste bud. Then epiglottis is not sensitive for all the taste. The epiglottis can all taste can sensitive, but it is insensitive for the sweet and salt, but sensitive for the bitter and also sour taste. Okay, that's the point. Then mechanism of taste. So mechanism of the taste. Now you can say that the taste bud, which consists of one small, the cavity, depression. That is depression is this open exterior. So here this taste bud. Here the sensory cells, sensory hair cells, Hair cells are innervated with the nerves. It's a gustatory nerve. These are the sensory hair cell. These are the sensory hair. Is a gustatory canal. So we'll take the food. Food is with the help of tongue and teeth and mixed with the saliva. Then the food, the dissolved food enter inside the taste bud through the gustatory canal, the main canal pore. So, and contact with the microvilli. These are the hair are called what? Microvilli. Microvilli. The microvilli receive the stimuli of taste and convert into electrical impulse and transmitted to the gustatory nerve. Through the gustatory nerve, it is carried to the taste region in the or taste receptor region in the brain, where it interprets and recognizes the specific taste. It's a mechanism of the taste. So see here, what is this taste bud? Taste bud consists of what? When the flask-shaped structure, and it is open exterior through one small pore that is called gustatory canal, and then it's consists of number of sensory hair cell. Then connected with the what is that? Gustatory nerve. So we take the food in the mouth and say with the help of tongue and teeth and mix with the saliva, and when the dissolved food material enter into the taste bud through the gustatory canal and contact with what? The microvilli. The microvilli receive the taste and convert the taste into impulse, electrical impulse, and convey it to the brain through the gustatory nerve, where it interprets and recognizes the specific taste. Then we can see the slide figure. In tongue, the tastes are found only in the mouth and also abundant in the tongue, where the distribution over the dorsal and under surface of the tongue, and also in the larynx surface of the epiglottis, pharynx, and what is that? Cheek region. Each taste bud occupying the entire thickness of the epithelium. There is an opening in the free surface is known as the pore canal. But pore canal, I use the gustatory pore, gustatory canal. Pore canal, nothing but what? Gustatory canal in the diagram. And the taste bud is numerous at the time of birth, and the number will decrease in the old age. That means decrease with the age. Remember the point. Then taste, sensation, and the distribution of the taste itself. There are four primary tastes, the sweet, sour, salt, and bitter. And two more additional tastes. What is the alkali taste and metallic taste? Sometimes it includes it is also there. So these are some extra tastes. And the taste bud is mediating the four primary tastes localized in certain region. We already studied where are the taste bud distributed in the tongue. See here, the four tastes on the lateral surface, but the mediator salt, which is at the lateral surface of the tongue, salt. Anterior part, that is dorsum, extreme tip. It is what? The salt. Remember the point. First step. Then taste bud sensitive to sweet near the tip. Sweet at the tip. Then the taste bud in the palate responds to the sour and bitter. Palate means on the unnakla. Another sour and bitter. And some sensitive to sweet and salt. And then pharynx and epiglottis are not sensitive for all the taste, but it is found that both the sweet and the salt are, remember the point, insensitive. Sweet and salt are insensitive. That means sensitive for the sour and bitter. அது ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்க. So where is the sour taste in the tongue? Lateral side. Where is the sweet taste? At the tip. Where is the salt? Tip and dorsum. Where is the bitter taste? In the posterior part of the tongue. These are the point. Then we can say excretion. Excretion is a process of elimination of metabolic waste from the body, especially nitrogenous waste from the body. So what is excretion? The process of elimination of metabolic nitrogenous waste from the body. That means especially waste from the body. So here we can say that most of the animals excrete the nitrogenous waste material in the form of urea. That is called urethylation. So most of the animals, especially mammals and human beings, excrete the nitrogenous waste material in the form of urea. That is nothing but urethylation. So then three more questions. What is urethylation? Urethylation is one of the adaptations seen in the terrestrial animal, especially the animal live on the land, semi-terrestrial animal. And what are that? Because of the shortage of water. Because of the shortage of water. Some frog and other animals live inside the water. They can drink enough water. So, they can utilize water and eliminate the ammonia. So, they are the ammoniac animals. But here, we can say the animal which live on the land or have the urethylation, that is one of the adaptations seen as a semi-terrestrial animal. First point, the urine need very little amount of water. So it can use to reduce the excessive wastage of water. Second, the urea can remain in the blood for long time till it transport to the excretory organ and eliminate. Third point, the urea is present with more concentration in the blood. Then fourth point, the urea can store in the urinary bladder in high concentration. So first point, you can say the urea need very little amount of water for the formation of urine. Second point, the urea can remain in the blood for some time till it transport to the excretory organs and eliminate. Third point, urea is it can store in high concentration in the urinary bladder. So these are the adaptation in the animal that is live in the semi-terrestrial condition. Maybe three more questions. Next one, you can say urea biosynthesis. Biosynthesis of urea, that is the ornithine cycle. So one very important one more question, the biosynthesis of urea is take place in liver. Remember, is formation of urine take place or urea take place in kidney, but biosynthesis of urea is take place in liver. Remember one more question, don't confuse it. இப்போ நம்ம யூரின்னு சொன்னோம் இல்ல யூரியான்னு சொன்னோம்னா நமக்கு கிட்னி தான் ஞாபகம் வரும். Kidney எழுதக்கூடாது. Biosynthesis of urea, it take place in the liver. But formation of urine take place in kidney. Remember the difference. And the formation of the biosynthesis of urea take place in ornithine cycle. Biosynthesis of urea take place in ornithine cycle. So in this one, the ammonia is highly toxic than urea. Ammonia is highly toxic than urea. Figure, during protein metabolism, that means one amino acid formula, you can say COOH and CH or NH2. This amine group join with one hydrogen to form ammonia. Then this carbon and oxygen join to form carbon dioxide. Then hydrogen and oxygen join to form water. So these are the byproducts produced during the protein metabolism. Here the ammonia is highly toxic. Ammonia is highly toxic. So the ammonia is from the tissue is taken to the liver, where it combine with the carbon dioxide and form urea. Urea is less toxic than ammonia. By one cycle is called ornithine cycle. Now we can see the ornithine cycle, only 2 more minutes. Here, ammonia plus carbon dioxide plus ATP molecule to form one compound is called carbamyl phosphate. What is? Carbamyl phosphate. The carbamyl phosphate enter in the ornithine cycle. Is the ornithine. Ornithine react with the carbamyl phosphate and form citrulline. The citrulline react with the aspartic acid as it to form arginosuccinic acid. Arginosuccinic acid. The arginosuccinic acid, it will convert into arginine. The arginine, it will convert into urea and ornithine. Urea and ornithine is the ornithine cycle. So now you know the ammonia is combined with the carbon dioxide. In the presence of ATP molecule, it is synthesized. One compound is called carbamyl phosphate. The carbamyl phosphate enter in this ornithine cycle and form the urea. So it carbamyl phosphate react with ornithine and form the citrulline. Citrulline is react with aspartic acid to form arginosuccinic acid. Then it become arginine. Arginine it become urea and ornithine. One more question. 3 ATP molecules are consumed for this ornithine cycle. How many ATP molecules are utilized for one ornithine cycle? How many ATP molecules are consumed or utilized for the one ornithine cycle? That is in the paragraph. We can say the 3 ATP molecules.
3 molecules.
Okay, thank you. Then functions of nephron. Nephron is used for the excretion of waste product. It is used for the regulation of the acid-base balance. It is used for the regulation of salt balance and in the body, and also the formation of renin and erythropoietin. What are the functions of nephron? It is for the water waste, excretion of waste material. Second, used for the regulation of acid-base balance. Third, regulation of salt and water balance. And fourth, is for the synthesis of renin and erythropoietin. Renin used to reduce the blood pressure. Remember, is one more question. Renin, in digestion, we can see one word renin. Renin used to convert the soluble milk protein of casinogen into insoluble parac acid, curd-like. But here the renin used to reduce the blood pressure. Underline the point. And the erythropoietin used for the erythropoiesis. Erythropoiesis means the formation of blood. Then other things we will see in the next class. Okay? So because the next chapter, is a very important essay question, and also it's very vast. So we cannot complete within one or a few minutes. So we will continue on the next class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.